It's Saturday night and I'm just going for a casual walk, getting some nice snacks. But suddenly, I see 5 guys ganging up on me. But these are my streets, so I turn around and face them on straight ahead. Maybe we can all be friends. Fuck. And when I thought it was all over, this guy came in to save me. What? Did that guy just say he wanted to beat me up as well? I was gonna need some serious help, so I spent 30 hours turning this into this. Using only After Effects and Photoshop. Let's go. Our journey begins with removing everybody from the video so we have a clean background to work with. I apply that background to a tracker and then mask myself out. And now I got this. I wanted full control of the scene and every single person, so what I did was I used Photoshop AI to create a puppet of every single guy. And this took around 2.5 hours to do because sometimes the AI only had a few legs to work with and create a whole person, so the results became very weird. But when I eventually finished up, I was so happy and I couldn't help dancing. And when the party was over, I started lining my new puppets up, and here's how it looks. Now it was just all about animating every single character. And at this point, everything was ready to go. I had the tracking done, I had the masking done, and I had the infinite background done. So from here, it was all about freestyling and getting creative. So I started off by adding some lightning, and as you can see, the lightning is emitting over the 2 guys, so I had to mask them out. And then apply Crate's light wrap, so the light from the lightning applies to the characters. Perfect. And then I found out that you can control the light wrap with a light layer, and that changed everything. Because now I wanted my whole scene to only be lit up by point lights. And that gave the whole scene so much personality. Then I used light rays to create these cool eyes that I do in every single video. And when I was happy with the eyes, I started working on the first impact frame. And here I used a white solid and just expanded it. From this step I added more lightning features, giving me some cool superpowers, and ending up with something like this. And just to be clear guys, if you want your frames to look like this, add the effect light burst. It creates a beautiful explosion of colors and it's really easy to use. And take a look at how I'm feeling the flow of the video. And as for the next step, it was time to fly around these guys full anime style. And I wanted a lightning trail to follow me. And for this, I used the saber effect. And yes, the saber effect can be a little bit overwhelming because you have so many tools to work with. But once you get the hang of it, it's so worth it because you have full control of it. And now it's time to animate myself flying around these guys, becoming a puppet so I can move my character related to the speed I'm going. And this was a pretty fun task to do. I also tried to get the Photoshop AI to get me into some different fighting stances, but you can see here why I didn't use it.
What the hell?
And I also tried to make me punch the guys, but yeah, that didn't make the cut. Here it is though. And after finishing up the character animation, here's how it looks. And let's add an impact shockwave as well. Animate the characters flying off. Boom. Also some light burst for the impact. And animate the other characters as well. But I had a little issue. The 2 animated guys was too similar to each other. So my friend had an idea to cut one of them in half. And that was a really fun idea. So that's what I did. And I was very satisfied with how it looked, so thanks to my friend for this idea. I also changed the 2 front guys flying off so that they would fly into the camera, which looks way cooler. And for the last 2 guys, I wanted them to slide on the pavement. And you don't really get to notice it very much, but it's there and it looks cool. I made a new adjustment layer and used the saber tool again. But this time I used it to create a kind of build-up, which creates a really nice flow on the movement when I fly around. And for some reason, as you can see, the tracker didn't work on the bodies, so I had to do that manually. Also, I found it so awkward that I was just flying in the air after the burst. So I made myself explode, and I did that using the Pixel Poly tool. And as for the ending, super simple. I just added some text with some glow, added some shadows, and then made the text punch me in the stomach, adding some smoke and making me fly off. And when the thank you sign breaks in the middle, I just used the Pixel Poly tool and applied composition mask right in the middle, so only the middle would break. And then using the saber tool just around the edges of the text that broke, so it would look like that it was kinda on fire. And then using light rays and light burst again to create a beautiful impact frame. And also using a saber buildup again to give the text movement more flow. And as for the final touches, I animated some dust that would only show when the light was the brightest. Also adding some smoke where it's necessary, for example when I'm flying around. And of course I didn't forget to apply wiggle to the whole scene, so as whenever an explosion happens, everything would shake up, which looks really good. And 100 layers later, some which are useless because I scrapped the idea, I finally finished the video. And thank you so much for 481 subscribers. I appreciate every single one of you watching. Yes, I'm talking to you right now. Thank you so much. I love you. Here's the final result. They should have brought more friends.
Thank you for the workout.